Everything in the universe is neutral. The energy that you put into it is the reflection that you see back. The highest form of intelligence is being able to perceive everything for exactly what it is. Not forming any opinions about anything, just being able to see exactly what it is. When you form opinions, it's actually the worst thing you can do for yourself in terms of spirituality and your frequency. Because what happens is when you form opinions is you're creating more division within yourself. You're creating more of the illusion of separation from source because you're choosing to identify with more things. So when you say, I like this, I don't like that, you're creating more division. The whole point of raising your frequency is to dissolve your belief systems so that you can experience more unity, experience less of the illusion of separation from source, experience more of the illusion of unity with source, because you already are fully connected to source all the time. You are source, choosing to have a human experience. The only thing is that when you chose this incarnation, in this density, in this dimension of consciousness, we impose major limitations on ourselves so that we can feel extreme amount of separation from source, because it's all about the transformation of going from separation from source to full unity. That's what samadhi is. It's when you completely become one with the entire universe, with universal consciousness again. You no longer experience division, you no longer experience separation. So, to get there, to do that, the best thing you can do for yourself is to stop forming opinions about anything. Just experience everything neutrally. Choose to experience your life, and everything in your life is neutral, while exuding gratitude the entire time for the experience. When you can do this, you are effectively keeping your vibration in the second highest frequency of gratitude all the time, continuously, indefinitely. When someone can do this, their world starts to change, because it's all about perception. You choose how you perceive the world. When you can experience everything neutrally, but just being grateful for the experience, the human experience, not what circumstance you're dealing with. When you can do this and keep your vibration high, you only attract more circumstances that are in alignment with that high vibration. That's what you want, right? You want high vibes, high vibrational circumstances all the time. Now let's say you manifest a circumstance that seems very challenging, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not good or bad. By forming those opinions, you're only creating more division, more of the illusion of separation. So just choose to experience it neutrally. Be grateful for the experience because it's there to teach you how to transcend fear. It's there so you can learn to raise your frequency and to sustain it. So if you're always vibrating in a frequency of gratitude, then you're already almost there. You're at the second highest frequency all the time. All you have to do is sustain that. It's easy to be grateful in every given moment. Super easy. And the more you practice it, the more conscious you become in every moment. The more you stay out of your memory and out of your imagination. When you can just sit here and literally take every single breath consciously and every single inhalation, you are just thanking the universe for your next breath because you're aware that without your next inhalation, you're dead. So your circumstance doesn't matter what you're going through because your awareness is such that without the next breath, I'm dead. So none of this actually matters. None of this means anything. It's actually all neutral, but whatever I'm choosing to believe to be true about it is the reflection that I see back, is what manifests into physical reality. So if I'm not forming opinions about my circumstance, if I'm not saying, I don't like this, I hate this, this sucks, if I'm not doing that, then I'm not going to experience it that way, right? If the whole time I'm going through a circumstance that's extremely challenging, that I used to identify with that sucks, that is bad, that I don't like, all you have to do is stay in a positive and pleasant state while you're going through it. And then by doing that, you will dissolve the belief system within yourself that's making you believe, or used to make you believe, that you don't like it, right? You can experience it neutrally, and the whole time just put out gratitude for the experience, because the experience is the point. The circumstance doesn't matter. The circumstance is irrelevant. The experience is the point. Learning to raise your frequency is the whole point. So when you transcend fear, when you no longer let something bother you, right, you're raising your frequency. because the second fear, the fear of being uncomfortable, we manifest all these circumstances to learn to transcend fear. That's all it is. So when you're forming opinions, you're creating more division within yourself, more of the illusion of separation. Now, on a chemical level in your brain, what's happening? When you identify with something that you don't like, it doesn't matter what it is. So let's just say, for example, like, say a banana. When somebody gives me a banana, and I take a bite of it, and all of a sudden I form this opinion. Oh, I don't like that. That's gross. I don't want that, right? I form a strong opinion about it, and I don't eat any more of it. Well, what you're doing there is you're programming yourself. You're literally programming yourself that now the next time someone offers you a banana, you're not going to be open to it. You're going to say, no way, I don't want that banana. Why are you doing that? Because your memory told you that you didn't like it in the past, because you chose to make an opinion, form an opinion, you chose to identify it is negative in the past, in your memory. So right now in the now, when someone gives you a banana, you're just reliving something in your memory, which is preventing you from even being open to a new opportunity in the future. You're just assuming you won't like it because you already identified with it in the past that you don't like it. You have an expectation that you're not going to like it because you've already formed an opinion that you didn't like it in the past. When you do this, just the very thought of having that banana, you don't even have to taste it. Just the very thought of someone giving you the banana and you eating it is going to cause you to release cortisol in your body, stress chemicals, unpleasant chemicals in your body. And it's happening because your body has so much memory. It remembers the time that you ate it before and the time that you had formed an opinion about it that you didn't like it. And so it remembers it so much that it creates that chemical release in your body, even though you didn't even eat the banana. Just your thought, just your intention alone did that. Dissolve that belief system. Dissolve all your belief systems. Engineer yourself in such a way where nothing and no one and no circumstance can influence how you choose to be. Nothing and no one can influence you or make you feel anything. You can sit here all day doing absolutely nothing and create ecstasy within yourself. Create blissfulness within yourself. When you learn how to master this body and this mind, you can run this chemical plant 24/7 of pure ecstasy. No more unhappy chemicals. No more stress chemicals that are just happening unconsciously because of the belief systems you're choosing to believe to be true. Dissolve your belief systems, raise your frequency, no longer form opinions about anything. Choose to experience your life neutrally while maintaining gratitude for your experience. That's all you have to do. It's really simple. That's all you have to do. You will raise your frequency. You will experience more unity with Source, and you will attract circumstances in your life that are now in alignment with the higher vibration that you're choosing to vibrate at. Your life will start unfolding like magic, and you will not be able to explain or understand how it's happening, but it will become the most beautiful experience, far more beautiful than you ever even thought possible, than you ever even could have imagined. And people won't even understand how it's possible, and they will want to know how you're doing it because they will want to do it too. That's all you have to do. Form no opinions. Dissolve your belief systems. Raise your frequency. Because your circumstances don't matter. Only your state of being matters. Only your frequency.